Hello, everybody, and welcome inside OH Report, world headquarters in Mansfield, Ohio. I am Travis Big League Berardi. That is Hayden String Bean Gray, and we are here with your second to last girls statistical updates for the season. The season's going to wrap up this weekend. We'll get all the stats compiled and have the champions crowned at the middle or end of next week. But Hayden, let's get right into it and look at first our scoring leaders for the girls' side, and they are led by, well, the girl that's led it all year long, Cory Vermillia, a girl that I saw put up 40 against Johnstown Monroe earlier in the week, but 26.8 points, almost 7 ahead, actually exactly 7 ahead of Emily Cecil.
Yeah, and speaking of that 40-point performance you saw her pouring the other night, I was able to, flip on and catch the end of that one, and, I wasn't even surprised anymore to see that she put up 40. Just a stellar performance from her on top of a stellar season, and a sophomore who more than likely, I know you talked to Coach Bates about it and her as well, but could possibly break 1,000 points as just a sophomore. So I think that she's pretty much secured her spot with a week to go in our rankings. But then you got Emily Cecil right below her, Shelby Grover, familiar names, Hannah Logan, Shaylin Williams, also from Loudonville. And then I want to highlight Steinman Ross from Harding, who just recently entered the 1,000-point club herself over for the Harding Lady Prexies. So congratulations to her. They've had their share of struggles this season, but I know especially within the MOAC, they've been a tough competitive team.
They have.
So it's been fun to watch. I got to see them a couple times against Shelby. And then you got Becca Conrad, Faith Kuhn, Nora Levy, Kaylin Risner rounding off the list.
Yeah, and Steinman Ross, she helped Harding earn a share of the MOAC championship. They knocked off Shelby early on in the season last year, so a great shooter in her. But you got some bigs down towards the bottom, Becca Conrad, Faith Kuhn, also good friends, I found out. But, a couple state-ranked players in here. Just a great variety of talent on this squad between all divisions as well. But Cory Vermillia just stands above the rest. And like you said earlier, she's probably going to go over 1,000 points. They have Central Christian in their sectional semifinal, a team that she, I believe, put up a triple-double against. So a couple more regular season games left in that. So it looks like she's going to join the 1,000-point club by the end of her sophomore season, which is just crazy. And she'll have a chance to go up against Renee Stimpert, the all-time leading scorer in Ashland County, might have that record for hers by her senior year. But let's move on now to the rebounding leaders. And, Cory Vermillia still ahead of Becca Conrad there by 1.4 rebounds. But once again, the top 5 over 10 rebounds, and you need to get over 9 just to get into the list.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild to see our leading scorer leading this list as well. But just, the double digits are what surprised me the most. Through this point in the season, that means over the span of 20, 19, 18 games, these girls are averaging double-digit rebounds. So, like you said, you got Becca down there at 2. You got Seneca East Kirsten Cook there at 3 with 10.6. And I want to highlight Grayson Yoder from Monroeville, who we just had a chance to see take on Western Reserve. A nice comeback win for them. Someone we're familiar with from volleyball season, but on the basketball court as well. A lot of those same girls play on the team. And again, another team that doesn't have the most eye-popping record per se this season, but they've been able to get their share of good wins over quality teams, including that Western game. So she is at 4 on our list. And then, like you said, a few more bigs down there. You got Faith Kuhn, Maddie Kolb from Western Reserve, Emily Klopp from Mohawk, Shelby Grover again from Lucas, Avery McMillan at 9.6 from Winford, and then another Lady Royal, Katie Wagner, with 9.3.
Yeah, and, I've seen Becca Conrad a couple times. She's like, how close am I now to the top? How close am I to the top? Well, you're getting there, but Cory Vermillia, like I said, she dropped 40, but she also dropped 10 rebounds and 4 assists in the game against Johnstown Monroe. So she's just a phenomenal player. But you'll see another Loudonville Lady Redbird coming up here on the assist number. So she's not going to quite get to the Triple Crown, but somebody that's at least going to be in the top 10 in all 3 categories, as we'll see here. Little teaser for you in the assists will be one Lucas Cub, and we'll get to those rankings right now, led by Shaylin Williams of Loudonville. Like I said, another Lady Redbird, averaging 6.4 assists per game through 18 games. And you have Emily Cecil from state-ranked Buckeye Central, Nora Levy again in there, and then Sophia Neese from the top-ranked Shelby Lady Whippets, number 1 in Division II. But take it away, Hayden.
Yeah, so you know we talked about the sophomore a lot, but yes, the senior Lady Redbird, Shaylin Williams, who does has her share of scoring as well, but also knows how to dish out the rock really nice. So she's leading the way and looks to have a fairly secure lead heading into the final girls statistical leaders next week. Emily Cecil, she had a triple-double just recently last week as well, so did a nice job boosting her numbers. And let's take a look at Worcester's Nora Levy, though. 5.3 for the Lady Generals, who are having a pretty good year in the OCC, and she's just a really crafty playmaker, and I think that's what most of these towards the top, I mean, all of them in the list are, but especially you look at that top 4 and 5, those are girls who are really court generals for their team. She's crafty, she can score, and she's been doing it all for the Lady Generals this year. Then you mentioned Sophie Nees, another Lady General, Grace Gray, almost at 5 as well. Then you got Alex Majors there for East Knox, Shelby Grover again from Lucas, Minetta Hillary from Mansfield Senior, Riley Nye from Ontario, and rounding off the list is Camry Edwards from Cardington.
Yeah, a lot at stake still. Emily Cecil just 0.7 assists behind Williams with 4 games remaining. Also worth noting, Shelby Grover, can she get up into that top 5? They have a top 5 finish in all 3 categories.
True.
That's worth looking for. But, only a couple categories. Rebounding will be worth looking. Can Becca Conrad finish off the season strong, get that top, or can Vermillia take 2 of the 3 categories, and can her teammate, can it be all Redbirds taking the tops? We'll find out in 1 week's time. The final girls update coming next week, so stick around for that. But for now, on Big League, he's String Bean. We out.